His neighbor has a weird new dog, but he's not sure that it's really a dog at all. Jack, the neighbor, adopted a border collie about 2 weeks ago, or at least that's what he thought. The border collie looking dog was sniffing some flowers growing near the sidewalk, while Jack waited, fiddling on his phone. "Wow, you got a new dog now," he called out, waving in Jack's direction. "Hey, Amir. Oh, yeah, I do. His name is Toto," Jack replied. It was a mix of a border collie and something, with a look that was hard to describe, but clearly looked different. "Wow, he's beautiful and quite large for a collie mix? Interesting," Amir began to muse. "Can I pet him?" he then asked. "Oh, he's a bit shy," Jack replied, "having some adjustment issues, you know? But I'm sure in a few days he'll warm up." Amir then watched as Jack and Toto walked away, Toto seeming to be pulled and walking oddly, almost stumbling with each step. The next time Amir saw Toto, he was dropping something off for Jack. But when Amir rang the doorbell, he didn't hear the usual barking that he associated with other dog owners. Then Toto's face appeared in the glass door, staring at Amir. Not barking, growling, or pawing at the door, just staring. Before Amir could even think of anything, Jack's footsteps echoed down the hallway, and the front door swung open. "Hey Jack, I just wanted to finally return this," Amir explained. "Oh, thanks," Jack said, taking the drill. "Why don't you come in? I'm about to take some cookies out of the oven." So he walked in and followed the warm scent of cinnamon coming from the kitchen. Toto followed closely behind, but Amir could tell something was off. "I hope you like cinnamon and nostalgia," Jack said, taking the tray out of the oven. "Wow, they look amazing." Amir reached for a cookie and took a bite, but he had a nagging feeling. Toto was staring at him, like really staring at him. He was about to ask Jack if these cookies were safe for dogs, but Jack's phone rang. "Oh, sorry man, gotta take this," Jack muttered as he disappeared down the hallway into the office. Amir sat at the kitchen table. Toto didn't budge. He just kept staring at Amir from across the room. Strangely, he wasn't licking his lips or anything as he eagerly eyed the cookie in Amir's hand. "I'm sorry, I can't give you any cookies. I'm not sure if they're safe." Toto then tilted his head, and as he did, Amir again noticed something was off. Something about the way the light reflected off his fur. It was a bit too shiny, a bit too neat for a scruffy dog. Amir looked at him more intently, studying him. Then Amir heard something, a quiet, hurried sound, like a whisper. Almost like someone gutturally whispering, "Help." Amir continued to stare back at the dog, Toto, neither breaking eye contact. "Sorry about that," Jack said, re-entering the room and ending the staring contest. "Did you like the cookies?" "Oh yeah, they were amazing, thank you," Amir said, getting up. "But I have to check on my kids. They'll be back from a baseball game any moment, and I need to have dinner ready." Amir walked out the front door, waving goodbye to first Jack and then Toto. Jack waved back smiling, but Toto, as usual, just blankly stared at Amir. But this time, his strange black glassy eyes sent shivers down Amir's spine. Later, after the kids were asleep, Mandy and Amir were enjoying some much-needed quality time. Mandy was surprisingly interested in the story. "So you never heard him bark?" Mandy asked. "No," Amir replied. "And he was walking strangely, and he just stares at you?" she asked, laughing a bit. "I know, it's just as strange to see as it sounds," Amir said. They quickly laughed about it and moved on with their evening. Both stayed up a bit longer before finally heading to bed around midnight. However, even an hour after Mandy had fallen asleep, Amir found himself wide awake, unable to shake his thoughts. The image of the unusual dog started to haunt him, prompting Amir to do something that was probably very dumb. But with liquid courage, Amir headed downstairs, out the house, and towards his neighbor's place. When Amir got there, he hid behind some bushes, trying to peer through the window. Jack sat on the couch, looking at his laptop. Toto lay on the floor, his black eyes gleaming in the low light. Surprisingly, he didn't seem to detect Amir's presence. After several minutes, Jack then closed his laptop and disappeared into the hallway. Toto watched, but he didn't follow him. He just laid there. Amir suddenly realized he didn't understand what he was even doing. Was he really in some bushes stalking his neighbor and his weird dog? He was about to get up and head back home until he saw it. Toto, the dog, got up. He was standing on 2 legs, now free of any couch to prop himself up on. Amir watched in wide-eyed astonishment and disbelief as the dog on 2 feet strutted into the kitchen. Toto stopped in front of the fridge, and then a small opening appeared right in the middle of his chest. A pale, human-like hand emerged, gripping the fridge door, opening it and greedily grabbing some food off the shelf. Then the dog sat on the floor, crossed its legs, and the hand holding the half-eaten sandwich disappeared into its chest hole. Amir looked through the window, his heart pounding out his chest. There's someone or something in there, Amir realized. Toto wasn't some strange border collie mix or a dog at all. Amir bolted away from there, sprinting as silently as possible. He then attempted to act normal as he wrapped himself in blankets to lay next to his wife, even more wide awake now. Thoughts racing in his head. Was this a creature? A furry? Was this consensual or even legal? Amir couldn't make sense of it and didn't expect to fall asleep that night. But he must have eventually, because the next thing Amir knew, a loud noise woke him from his sleep. Banging. Someone was pounding on their front door. Peering through the peephole, he saw a very angry looking Jack with a leash in his hand. Amir's mind and heart raced with thoughts. His stomach dropped when he remembered that Jack has security cameras. Did he know that Amir had been in his bushes? Was his secret stalking discovered? Or did Jack even suspect that Amir now knew the truth about Toto? With a deep inhale, Amir cautiously opened the door, only to then see Jack's now anxious face and hear his desperate plea. "Can you help me find my dog?"